Hi, my name's Allison, and today I'm building houses based on the Lenox Spice Village in Paralives, which is a set of spice jars originally from the 80s. They got revived in 2025. There are 24 of them in total, and today I'm going to be building 3. And those 3 are celery, chives, and cinnamon. So let's get started. Celery salt is a seasoned salt used to flavor food. The primary ingredient is table salt, and the flavoring agent is ground seeds from celery or its relative lovage. It's in a Bloody Mary and the Caesar cocktail. Hot dogs, salads, coleslaw, stews, eaten around the world, a mildly peppery bite, a green and grassy flavor, and slightly bitter finish. I feel like I'm a little bit on my own here. It's got this kind of schoolhouse look with a dormer here and a weird tall roof hat. And we also have this space in between that's mostly going to be a walkway. Now looking at the colors that we have here, we have another blue roof. We have some reddish brown trim. We have a pink door with a blue outline, round thingies up by the columns. And we have some vines. Let's add in some shingles. These ones seem like they have a pretty standard shingle pattern, maybe some kind of tile. It is exactly the same as our house next door. This is just blue row. Okay, and then it looks like we do have some corbels and a trim. And then this door, unfortunately we can't do the paneling separate from the door, but maybe we can bring in this yellow somewhere else. The door itself is like a kind of bright reddish pink. Frame is blue. It's kind of reminding me of our allspice house. Okay, so maybe we bring the yellow in through here instead, these upper windows, because we gotta put in yellow somewhere. Okay, and then the dormer, I guess I didn't want to bother with some of it, but there is quite an intricate window thing going on there. Let's try with this window and just see how close we can get. Oh, it does have 4 panes like that, a border around it, which I don't know if I will be able to do that in such a way that stays, but there's also a little ornament here, which I think I should be able to do this thing. Okay, let's say we just leave it like that for now. Try to frame this in with something. So I'm not sure if this will stay. If it disappears, at least we know we had it for a minute. I want to get in these round banners, so I'm not sure what is the best option there. Might just have to go into wall decor and see. Yeah, it's really not a lot of options. We could hide these shields behind the column a little bit. Okay. Looks pretty strange. I really wish I could get that yellow paneling on the door. I don't think there's any doors that would let me do that though. It is looking like this could be a similar color scheme to our allspice house. And we should remember this is also a celery salt, which is pretty mild. So this one is going to be a single story. And we've definitely got more space in between the house. So maybe we can also have a garden again. Yeah, maybe even a brick fence because they want you to keep out. That feels like something. I'm wondering if we could do 2 rooms here. One of them could be a bathroom maybe. I don't know if we can fit a bed in there. Whoa, our door disappeared. Okay, let's watch carefully. The door seems to have stayed in place this time. And I do love how colorful it is. That could also be an office. And then we can have the kitchen along here and the living in this remaining space. I think we have most of the details down now. I want to add the vines on the sides before I forget. I think that mirrors what we have on the spice jar pretty well. So I think I want to go for a lot of pink flowers here. How about some sunflowers to go with our yellow? And we'll get our little pathway as well. And now it's time for rock placement, everybody's favorite activity. And while we're at it, I can draw some terrain paint, their pathway. Okay, and I'm just placing these as a placeholder right now. I don't really expect them to necessarily be functional. Maybe a tree for outside too. Maybe we can get something that reminds me of celery. The birch tree is pretty. And maybe we'll make the leaves a little bit lighter, just in honor of celery, you know? Okay, now for the windows, I do want to put some on the side as well. It's okay if they're covered with vines. And then let me get in the kitchen. I'm leaning towards some bright blue cabinets and counters. The countertop can just be light and bright. And I am going to do this cute fridge. Was anyone really surprised? And the matching stove. Mismatching cabinets. They are pretty high up. Maybe I'll get a step stool or something. And I know one of the updates they made is that coffee machines actually work now. I don't know if that means you have to place them on the slot that they snap to, or if it's kind of like the sinks and they'll still function anyway. But I guess we'll see. Okay, we can place it just on the end there. On slot. On slot. Yeah, what I'm saying is on the slot, just so that it can function. And I don't think that the microwave works yet, but we'll still have it. We can do those chairs. And I don't know what that has to do with celery, but I kind of like it. Okay, and now I think I said one of these is the bathroom and one of these is an office. Let's get our desk down. I can put a big bookshelf right next to it. And this one's going to be very fun, colorful, and funky, I think. Exactly what you think of when you think of celery, right? Maybe I'll get a bench and we could do this one. Maybe make it a little bit smaller, cozier. Maybe we can get a shower in here. It does kind of bump up against the window though. Damn, I really thought this this bathroom would be big enough for a shower. Wow, you can stretch this dresser so far. Look at that. I was thinking about maybe getting like a rack of clothes too, like this one maybe. I just wish we could put different clothes on them. Like they're all very casual, like hoodies, leather jackets, jeans. So I'm trying not to make this too similar to the Allspice bathroom, but I do want to keep our same blue and pink color scheme. There's a tub I was trying to use in a different build that was shaped kind of weird. Maybe this is our chance. We can see the column peeking through here, but I don't really mind it. It kind of looks like a pipe or something. Maybe we'll do this one, bring in some of that black. I don't know. We could do like a black and white kind of flooring because I kind of like that bold color. So maybe instead of this for a backsplash, maybe I'll just put like some actual tiles up. Okay, does that look weird? I am going very bold with this one. Okay, what if we did like subway tiles here? Yeah, that looks a little bit more reasonable to me. Maybe we can get a hallway table for that area. How about this one? Bring in some more of that black, or we could make it a bright pink. I do think most of the paras in this town value a matchy color. There's a picture, and then maybe some tulips, maybe a cactus too, but we'll shrink it. And then I want to get some books. And do we have any like little clutter pieces that I can use as bookends? Because I feel like I'm always wanting those. Use this thing, it's called chili. It's like a Christmas tree. Pineapple with celery salt. Okay, and maybe some more paper clutter, like a notepad. I wish we had pens. We have our paintbrush cup, and that's the closest thing to a pen that we have. Definitely want some curtains here. Oh, they can match with the bed, it looks like. We could do stars and stripes. I kind of think we should put the pan flag up. The colors are just perfect. We can put a few skateboards. Get smoked like a something fish. I cannot read that. Sure, we'll just put all the boards up. Or you know what? Maybe they're like a really big fan of this anime character. Oh, here's the number plates for the houses. Can we write it in? Yeah, you can write whatever you want. Nice. That looks like an eye right there. All right, so I want to do the garden for the celery house, and I'm gonna try to like match the vibe from the other landscaping that we've done. Maybe I'll get another birch tree in there, and this one can be a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. And I think I would like to have a nice seating area, maybe some kind of grill. Yeah, we could do this one. I don't know if these are functional yet. I just updated my game. Yeah, that's cute. And we could maybe get like a walkway going and just come over this way. Excellent. Some more sunflowers, some more other flowers. Okay, yeah, that's cute. I want this to be sort of a shady area. Yeah, we can do that poplar tree and then some smaller trees in between maybe. There's this maple. It's huge. I feel like most maple trees I see are like a lot smaller. Yeah, it's kind of a skinny alley. Some of the trees are having trouble fitting in. Oh, I didn't notice all these different stump options before. I'm gonna put one here. I don't know, maybe that's too many different types of trees. I do love a ginkgo though. That's definitely going in somewhere. Too bad we don't have a turmeric house. Now for the bathroom, get some toilet paper, maybe a little trash can. And actually I'm thinking like maybe a little wall here. Yeah, like that. And then we can make it a little bit thicker. Shampoo, conditioner. Yeah, good. Some toothpaste and some toothbrushes. Maybe we'll put some medicine in here too. Yeah, that's good. Just a little bath mat. Yeah, and we could put a hamper in here too. I kind of wish there was a version of this that didn't have the sock sticking out. This hallway definitely needs something to liven it up. Some kind of picture. Could do this like tour poster, crazy head. Maybe like this little rocket ship. Could have like a stack of papers there. And we could get a weight rack too. Just kind of a multi-purpose hobby room. Some kind of rug. This one does fit in pretty nicely. Oh, chives. Maybe our chive neighbor next door gave them some. Yeah, maybe they could be a musician. Yeah, let's get a triangle. I don't know if that's working now. I remember when I was playing before, like the triangle wasn't really working. We could do some kind of storage, like a chest, like this thing. Sure. These people seem like the type to have a colorful dinosaur. And I'm going to give them a disco ball. Ooh, a radio. How about a bottle of wine? This is like the party room. Yeah, green. Why not? Bring in that extra color for the celery. There we go. A nice quirky and colorful bedroom. All right. Yeah, I think this is our celery house. And there's our celery yard. So I already have an idea for where to go with our chive house, just based on the way the spice jar looks, the colors of the exterior. I figured I would do this little inspo session just in case somebody doesn't know what chives are or what they look like. So here we are on Pinterest, and these are chives. They have like kind of a fresh taste, but they're also kind of oniony, and they have this pretty purpley pink flower, and they are an allium. If you don't know, my name Allison is a play on the chemical allicin, which is the thing that makes garlic taste garlicky, onions taste oniony. Chives are part of our garlicky family, and they're actually really beautiful. Oh, look at that. It's a little bee. Leaves and flowers are edible. I've never eaten the flowers. I wonder what they're like. Only species of allium native to both the New World and the Old World. And look at all these relatives. Common onions, garlic, shallot, leek, scallion, Chinese onion. All bangers. They are repulsive to most insects due to their sulfur compounds, but the flowers attract bees. Oh, very cool. I should include some honey in the build. A milder onion-like flavor. Dutch farmers fed chives to cattle to make the milk taste different. They were used for fortune telling, relieve pain from a sunburn or a sore throat. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. Now I'm going to work on the chive exterior. So It's got a purple roof. It does have some like detailing on the top. I saw a trick just like basically copying this roof piece and placing it like right on the same spot and then bringing it down slightly. Yeah, this is one of the ones with the more complicated roofs for sure. Since I can't do like the triangle details, I'm just doing whatever I can to like zhuzh it up a little. Okay, and then on the bottom one, actually it looks like they might have a double roof going on. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. It's either like a tile or a shingle here. No windows on the second floor, and that is kind of a pattern here. Okay, we do have these vines or like long leaves with flowers. I mean, they're chives. I think the closest that we have are our climbing roses. They've got kind of a purpley flower on them. Yeah, some of these color combos, I would definitely not choose them on my own. So thank you, Lenox, for making me branch out. Did we have window boxes anywhere else where we got our like carpet color? Yeah, our dirt. I'll borrow that. I definitely can't do all the fancy swirls that we have on the original, but I can bring in our regular rose bushes. Now there's some detailing here, which I think maybe I can do that with pipes. So if we go into architectural details, yeah, we got this pipe. We can use it like a swirl, and I will have to use the transform tool to get it there, I think. Okay, that's pretty good. So what happens if I just copy it? Yeah, probably better just to transform this one. Okay, I don't know what's happened, but that doesn't look good. Let's start over. And it does keep switching which way it's facing, which I'm a little bit concerned by. Okay, man, I'm seriously questioning if this was worth it. I will call that good. I'm not doing that again. That was so frustrating. Okay, I don't know why the wall has disappeared now. What if I like do a little sneaky slide? Well, then the window disappears. Okay, so we can have the window or the wall, but not both. Okay, what if I just like make these tall? All right, I guess that's what works. Okay, so I want to get the layout down here, and then I'll probably come back and do some landscaping. All right, so at this one, I think I want it to be like kind of elegant, like soft colors, luxurious. What? The other backyards seem fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we just flatten it down and we are all good. Let's save. I'm kind of nervous since this is in early access still, that there might be some kind of glitch that I can't fix. I'm thinking this one will definitely be a 1-bedroom. I do think I'm gonna make this a 2-story though. I don't know, just the vibe I'm getting from the exterior is like maybe an older lady who's like pretty well established. She has things exactly the way that she wants them and she just likes living alone. That's just what I'm getting. So we do have room, I think, to have like kind of an entry and then like a larger staircase kind of going down the middle. And then we could like bring the wall across this way so the stairs are just up against them. We might be able to do like something with a conversation pit. I have sort of been wanting to build one in Paralives. Okay, and then we can just have like a sitting room kind of in the front. This couch is the kind of vibe that I'm going for, I think. I'm thinking maybe like a marble floor. Like I'm almost going for a Piranesi kind of vibe. Okay, so I'm kind of torn on whether to do this or like change it up. Maybe this one can be more of an entertainment room, so like a TV. Is it weird if we have the couch like all the way on the other end? I don't mind being a little bit weird. I would absolutely put a pool in one of these rooms if I could. Okay, and then we come in here and I think we'll have the kitchen against this wall mostly. Maybe an island as well. Yeah, and we'll go with these cabinets and this fridge. It's kind of feeling like almost heavenly. Does that make sense? Okay, but there we go. Oh, this one's interesting. It's like double-sided. Actually, that might be better for this. So we can just kind of drag it out this way and then put some stools. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, and I would love a bar. I don't know if we have a real bar. Maybe dining on this side, like a long dining table. Okay, yeah, this is an interesting look, definitely. I kind of like how sparse everything is. Bar. Yeah, nothing really like with drinking, so I'll have to improvise here. Yeah, I don't know if we have really enough space to pull it off, actually. I'll have to think on that. And then upstairs, I think I'm gonna go with a white carpet. And up here can be like a recreation area. And then this will be our bedroom, and we can have an ensuite bathroom too. And I kind of want a big one so that we can like fit in our shower. Okay, but there is a flaw in this plan, I see. How are we gonna get out here? It would be kind of funny if you could just go up and then you have to go in through the bedroom and then out through here. Maybe I'll do that. I don't mind a weird layout here and there. I definitely feel like we could use some more columns inside somewhere. Okay, so shower can definitely fit in here. I think I want it to be one of the corner ones. Maybe this one. Oh no. Okay, these things are floating now. And why, I don't know. Okay, I think I just have to delete them. Let's get some tile for the bathroom. I think we'll go with marble. We could do that, but I'm thinking maybe wallpaper would be nice here. We can get a toilet. Maybe we'll make it blue. Maybe this is the moment that I finally use this sink. It does kind of fit our like modern vibe. Time for some landscaping. I'm glad we did some of the interior first because I feel like that gave me a vibe for the rest of it. And then I'm thinking this one might have like actual flower beds. I do wish we had like a very small fence that we could put up. We can do like organized flowers, just like very neatly in a row. Like this para probably hires a gardener or something, or maybe that's her hobby. And by the way, this is not the vibe that I would do for chives at all, but I saw the exterior and it just gave me these visions, so I gotta follow that. Okay, I like that. And maybe we can get our round rocks in here. Things are like little golf balls or eggs. They're so white and round. Ooh, okay, yeah, maybe we can do something like that. Okay, I'm gonna look at our columns. And I know the ones we have outside, I think, are just like straight up and down like that, but I kind of want to put Grecian columns in here just for the vibes. It might be fitting here too. So we can get this rug, and this has kind of like a Mediterranean look to it. It could be this color because that does go with our color scheme, but I think that I'm trying to use that a bit more sparingly. I wish it didn't have this like dark outline though. Probably these art prints are the closest because it is kind of a museum type of build. I was thinking for like wall decor, there is a moose head and there's also this skull. Actually, there's this moose, which is Christmas themed, but there's then also this deer head, and we could make that like marble. It's kind of a vibe. And then maybe we can do like a clock somewhere, maybe here. Definitely the style with the Roman numerals. And now we have a little bench, I think, that is perfect. Yeah, this. I kind of want to give this space like a waiting room vibe, so I'll probably put a bunch of these. Maybe she just has a lot of guests. But the vibe is like a little bit frightening. I would be kind of scared if I came in here. Upstairs will be a very artsy room. You know, this person's obviously cultured, so we do want some bookcases. This might be the build where I put in a grand piano. Also some easels. Maybe a less sinister take on this house is that this person's a music and art teacher. I might do like wall-to-wall bookshelves here. There's something that we could put in the middle. The hutch, maybe. Yeah, actually that fits in pretty nicely. I just changed the marble color to match. This is not what I pictured chives being like at all, but that seems to be kind of a theme with this village. Like chives to me are kind of fun and jazzy. You know, you sprinkle them on chili. They're not this like calm ornate thing. Now I was thinking about the nectar component of this a bit, so I think maybe we should include some insects and maybe some honey too. I was also thinking instead of cabinets, we could put shelves up here. It still takes me so long to remember where the shelves go. So maybe this one. I haven't used this very much. We can put some honey there and some tea things. I am thinking of that wall hanging that's like, yeah, like a beetle. I'm not sure if it goes with our vibe or not though. Like it might be a little too cutesy. And we do have this clock here. I think we could put one in the entry room too. And maybe we can look at some paintings. I think I'm gonna go with the flower. And then we can grab our pedestals and maybe put some flowers down here as well. This one kind of looks like the chive plant, I think, more than any of the other flowers that we have in vases right now. And I'll change up the color. Yeah, there we go. We'll put these guys all around. I am kind of tempted to put the cloud lights in. I couldn't really tell you why. I think a welcome mat makes sense also. Oh, maybe not. I want to keep it subtle. I don't want to just be adding things for the sake of adding them in this type of house. Let me double check our reference picture because I do think there might be curtains showing through the windows. Yeah, actually, it's kind of weird. Like it looks like there's two sets of curtains, or maybe it's just the design on the window, but to me it looks like pink curtains on the inside. So I think that's what we'll go with. Okay, curtains. So I would really like a corner shelf, like an étagère. Étagère. I never know how pretentious to be when I'm saying like French words, but yeah, one of those shelves that fits into a corner and has stairs, but we don't have that, so we will have to settle for just like a diagonally angled shelf. We could have two of them, maybe put our flowers on it. Yeah, I like the idea of these flowers just being everywhere and the whole house smells like chives. I mean, all of these houses, they should smell like the herb or seasoning that they embody. And even though she hosts lots of gatherings, it's like a single lady who lives here. I think that maybe this lady would have a butler. And I do think she is a capable chef, but she might not always be the one to be making and serving the food. I wish I could recolor these champagne bottles. I know we have actual chives, which I don't believe I've placed. But if we just put them like on this shelf, maybe like as a centerpiece out here. Yeah, and I don't know how well these chives would do here because there's not a lot of windows. But yeah, just a few, like tastefully. Every house here is tasteful. That's kind of the point. But yeah, just tastefully scattered around. I do feel a rug might be helpful. It could even be the same rug that we have. This lady is not afraid to repeat decorations. It's just all about the look. I think the side is looking a little bit bare, so I'm gonna put some roses along here too. Just a little more visual interest, you know? We could put a vanity here, a small mirror there, and maybe a bigger mirror up top. And I don't really think we have any makeup clutter yet, unfortunately. You get some like lotions and things though. And there is this brush bucket. Oh, the wallpaper is sort of glitching here too. Maybe put some columns in. Yeah, sure. Maybe this is the type of household to have built-in wall lights next to the bed. I wonder if I could make this wiggly mirror work. Maybe make it marble. It still looks a little too energetic maybe. So maybe we would go with that. Mirror the arches a little bit. Okay, so cinnamon's another one that I'm really familiar with already. already, as I suspect most of us are, looking it up for the vibe anyway. And I usually associate it with sweet flavors, but I know that it can be used in savory dishes as well. It does have a spiciness to it. Let's see. So it's obtained from the inner bark of several tree species, was used to embalm mummies in Egypt, prized as a gift for monarchs and deities. Sappho wrote about it. Oh yeah, people used to think they came from cinnamon birds. There's a whole other article about it. Pliny the Elder took a more skeptical view, and he said that stories were made up to raise the price. And I think he was actually correct there, which, like, I don't think he's a reliable source for any kind of biology. But in this case, I think he was right. Looks like it goes with honey fairly often. One of the 4 sibling spices in Malay cuisine, along with clove, star anise, and cardamom. Those are some good spices, definitely. It's got a bright roof, which I like a bright orange. The windows kind of have a blue tint to them, but the actual frames are also bright orange. And there's like a little detailing up top. And this one has window boxes too, or at least I interpreted them that way. And there's like a brick kind of thing going on here, but it's mostly white. And this roof part is actually also white over the door. That's something I noticed like on the Chive house too, like it's a different color. I think maybe this like tiling actually is remarkably close, although the slope of it looks kind of weird on the mansard roof. Yeah, I think the weird lines are just going to distract me a little too much, like especially this part. So I think I will go with this one. And then the top part is just white and the rake is also white. And then I can get in our foundation too, and that's going to be like an orange brick. Maybe we'll go with this weathered one. And this roof is also white, but we got some little designs on the edges. So I'll see what I can do here. And then there should be a little thingy right there too. So I will have to use the transform tool, I think. Okay, I like that. This one's actually like pretty simple exterior color-wise. It's got a lot of white. The door, for example, is almost all white. The top floor is tall enough to be like an actual second floor. So stairs, we can do something like that. Maybe we'll do a platform. I'm feeling brave today. Okay, I think that should be functional. Then I'm still kind of getting a feel for bathroom sizes, but maybe this can just be like a half bath. Maybe this can be a kitchen or something. I don't know why, but I have this like idea of like Jack and Jill bathroom. So we could try something like that and then just have like the bathroom connect from both bedrooms. I don't know, a brother and sister, like twins that live together. Maybe we'll get a fence. We can line this part with rocks and then put some steps down that way maybe, or maybe on this side. The Chive house doesn't even need a pathway. I will say the color scheme for the Chive and Cinnamon house are making so much more sense to me than like Basil, any of these blue roof ones really. And it's also kind of making me think of Fry and Leela, just orange and purple always. We can put some flowers there. Little aside here, these flowers kind of look like the Chive flowers, so I'm gonna put a few of them here too, just filling in some spaces. I don't mind if it looks like it's in a pattern because I think that is the vibe that we're going for with this garden anyway. We got the Chive vibe. Okay, now back to cinnamon. And I don't know how much brown we can do, but we can definitely do some like warm reds and oranges like this maybe. It's from Southeast Asia, so maybe we can get some more tropical flowers in here. Like I've been itching to use this one. Really want to know what is up with this tree. Why is it so expensive? It's not described or anything. It just costs $900,000. Also, there's like a flower over there. Hello. I can't even do anything with it. I can't like pick it up or delete it. Okay, I guess you're just staying there. Put a few of these here. It's the same tree that we used for our allspice landscaping. Allspice comes from a berry though, and cinnamon comes from the bark of multiple trees. Yeah, already that's looking so much better. And the cinnamon house does also have vines on the side, as I think most of these do. I think I just forgot them on some of the earlier houses. Maybe I'll put some of the pink ones out too, just for a little variety. Yeah, I kind of like having some of the same plants on this end as we have on the allspice house. Like, look at this landscaping, like it kind of mirrors it. I mean, it's not identical. There's some plants that are different, but I like that there are common threads coming through. I should probably keep a spot for a pathway. So I think we want to get to the backyard somehow, and it'll probably be this way. Yeah, before I go too crazy. Makes me so happy to see the whole row filled out this way. And I already have laid out the floor plan here. And I think I will put in some windows. And then, like I was saying, Jack and Jill doors. Kind of thinking maybe like an all wood counter, a cinnamony tone. Yes, like that. Beautiful. Maybe we'll go with the cheap fridge here just to mix it up. Something like this to end it off. Just like a thinner piece. Yeah, sometimes the textures don't seem like they actually carry over. Yeah, and these corner pieces keep giving me trouble. Like they don't want to snap on correctly. So maybe I will do something different. Like we could use this tall piece here. I sort of like that. So we still have the problem of it not fitting the width, but I think it looks good. I do think I want to keep the wood flooring, but we'll just maybe make it a different color, kind of a blue and green color scheme, and not everything has to match exactly. And then we can have our little study area down here with the desk. And then this bathroom, I think it's just going to be like a guest room, like a half bath. We don't need too much. We just need a toilet and a sink and cheap mirror. Yeah. Nice. Then maybe we can have like a love seat or something here. Yeah, I like the rattan furniture. Okay, a little TV corner, and then maybe we can have a real seating area over here for like chatting and reading. Then upstairs, maybe we can have another desk situation. Maybe we should start with getting a shower in because I do kind of want to do a real shower, not like a build your own, and they need more space. But if we just move the door over, then that fits in pretty nicely. Yeah, we could just have two sinks like that. And I think I said these were brother and sister. So maybe one of them has a double bed and one of them has a single bed. The double like barely fits. I could push it against the wall, I guess. But maybe just having it like that works too. Maybe we'll do this one, the economy bed that doesn't have a headboard. Let's work on the kitchen a little more. We can put up some shelves maybe. I actually went ahead and downloaded some custom content. I love the base game and I think it's cool how much stuff we can do with it. But I just want to test out some of the things that I was seeing on the workshop. They look really cool and like they've got a lot of character to them. Like look at this. It's like completely recolorable and it got some like really fun patterns. So I'm just gonna darken it up a little bit to fit with our cinnamon vibe. I got this super cute rug. This one with the peacocks would be really gorgeous for a different spice, like for some kind of herb, maybe sage or something. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of mirrors, like a standing mirror, especially because I did feel like those were lacking quite a bit. Oh, I love this one with the shelf and this wiggly one. Oh yeah, I was looking for a pergola before for the yard and I didn't realize that it was under miscellaneous. Yeah, that looks lovely. There's this super cute tea set. Yeah, there's this TV aquarium. I don't know if it really works as an aquarium. I don't see any fish in there. I might just use it like clutter. I also got this playground. It's so much easier installing custom content for this game through the Steam Workshop rather than the way that I'm used to doing it for Sims 2 and 3, downloading individual package files and putting them in the right folder. Not that that's hard either, but Steam, like you just browse and add. The fact that I have this playground set is really making me want to put a kid in here after all. I kind of still want it to be like a weird twin house though, because like cinnamon sticks have the double like sticks together. I'm just in a weird mood today, I guess. I did get a bee box, which that would have been great for my beehive build, but maybe we can just put it here. Cinnamon and honey. I don't know. They kind of go together. I do have this little modular bench. I feel like I definitely want to put that in here somewhere. It's got some fun shapes, like this corner piece, triangle, and this other piece. I guess it's a hexagon. And then we can just put those shelves there. Yeah, so we can have a little sectional over here for like a seating area. Then we can do one of these old-fashioned chairs. I think we could use like a record player maybe, something for music. Oh no. Oh man, all the coral's dead. So I just put down this record player. Now I'm picking out some artwork for the cover. I wonder if coffee and chocolate makes sense for this build, like as a theme. I mean, I don't know if we even have chocolate, but we have coffee. Yeah, there we go. Coffee shop album. What curtains fit with these windows and say cinnamon to me? I mean, I kind of like these ones. Like they got a little bit of fringe going on. And I do enjoy like a sage green kind of contrast. I'm not sure if I want to do that with the curtains or just keep it to like some small accents and maybe make the curtains a little bit more cinnamony. I haven't thought about wallpaper either. I think it might be easier to clutter the downstairs once we know more about the people living here. So maybe I'll go up to the bedrooms. All right, and now we cannot put a window there because it doesn't exist on the spice jar, but I did put some windows on the side and it's a weird like L-shaped room, but we can put in a dresser here, I think, or like a wardrobe or something. So we have some really cool standing mirrors here. This one has like a cool rattan kind of thing. I don't know much about feng shui. I think you're not supposed to have a mirror like facing your bed, to the disappointment of narcissists everywhere. Then I'm thinking maybe we can have like a cozy reading corner here. So let's make this bed as delicious and cinnamony looking as we can. And these pillows do remind me of cinnamon sticks. Oh, and I forgot to check if there's a chimney on this house. Yeah, there's two actually. That kind of fits with our twin theme. Neither of the other houses in this video had chimneys. Maybe we can do something with our two siblings here. They can each have a fireplace or something. There's not much room though. We can put that there, but I don't know if we'll be able to get in. We might want to go with something smaller. This one actually might kind of work if I can just find a place to put it that will not be a fire hazard. And I'm pretty sure that I downloaded some kind of bookend clutter. Oh, these are big. I like how this one has pencils in it. I'm definitely going a little crazy with all of the new custom content. To be fair, like look at these succulents. They're so fitting for this. They really do say cinnamon to me. I love the different shapes of the planters on these too. And this is by Sheep. Okay, and now the rugs. And I am tempted to use my fancy new one again. Maybe I can bring this one upstairs and then use like a circular rug downstairs. I was thinking the shape doesn't quite fit. It looks so pretty. Yeah, maybe a clock. I don't know if I like this one or not. I mean, I like it, but like for this build, how about this shelf? We can have two of them, like cinnamon sticks, and maybe like a couple of those. That's a lot of shelf space though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill all that up. Maybe a picture above the bed. If it weren't for those faces, I feel like this piece would be a little bit more versatile, but you know, I'll take it. I think in the latest update, they had an option so that you can read books just for fun, which is great. That time I reincarnated after getting run over by a reindeer. I sort of want like wood. This one kind of reminds me of a sauna, and I do want like a tile floor though, or a stone. For some reason, I'm getting like a carpeted toilet vibe. This bathroom's feeling pretty warm and cozy to me. I might even give them the sheet toilet paper. Oh, it doesn't really want to snap to the top of the toilet though. You can put it in the toilet, but not on the back of the toilet. Okay, this one is basically a cot, but we're gonna give him a really good gamer setup to make up for it. It's gonna be like a male surviving space. Maybe we can do like 2 desks and have them like an L-shaped setup. I'd love to have a separate monitor somewhere. We could put a TV. I wonder if they will watch TV on there, and I'll put in some speakers and some headphones, maybe a game console too. Too bad when you overlap them, they glitch this way. For some reason, I thought we had an unpacking poster, but maybe we don't. Oh no, we do. I'm gonna put a bunch of the unpacking animals here too. We could definitely use a rug. I like that one for here. I used to have exactly this dresser. I think it was called Mall. All right, I'm probably gonna come back to that. And the stairs like peeking through here a little bit, so I might just try to cover that with some vines. I guess our planty para here is probably the bee tender. Yeah, one of them is outdoorsy and one is indoorsy. Maybe our little sheep can go there. Yeah, it works on this toilet. And I was gonna get a round rug here, so this one will do. There we go. Maybe some plants in the center. Maybe I should put this painting over here instead. I feel like the little faces kind of fit with the gamer look better. And then we can get something else for this. I do love the cat paintings. I don't think they fit here, but I kind of want one for my own space. I'm definitely going to be overusing these succulents in the future. Oh, this thing is huge. I was kind of thinking with cinnamon twins, maybe it would make sense for one of them to be the sweet one and one to be the savory one. I guess I could get some sugar and then like a spice rack or something. Yeah, the secret sugar. Oh, we have a mug of hot cocoa. I don't know, like pepper? I didn't mean like that, but okay. We should put the spice racks in the kitchen, I think. Kind of want to make a whole big row of them, like a feature wall. I'll put a few here too, just because there's so many types of cinnamon out there. Maybe they have like a journal or a cookbook or something also. Oh, we could give like a cinnamon inspired palette. That's fun that you can customize that. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure why, but I want to give them a rocking chair just in the corner there. And then maybe we can put like some clothes on it. See, it even says Gamer's Den Clutter. Yeah, I wanted a neon sign, but this rocket ship is the only one. And I feel like we already used it somewhere. Not that we can't repeat items, but just I wanted something else. Maybe we can use the letters. What should we write here? There's the Among Us poster. Yeah, sus. We gotta do something with this hallway. Maybe like a writing desk. I don't know if they'll be able to get past that second bookshelf. So maybe just like this. I do like the look of this black color. I think for cinnamon though, I gotta make it a warm brown. Yeah, I kind of like the sage green accent wall, and then maybe we can do something warmer on the other walls. I didn't realize there was gonna be a white line there in the middle. It's kind of strange. I mean, we can still try it. Like I do like this color combo. We could do the dragon because cinnamon is kind of fiery and we need plants. I do think the plants help break this up a lot, but I'm still getting used to the overall effect. Like it is a lot of brown. Oh, this feels like a really good spot for this mid-century lamp. And we could get a little table too. Oh, we could get these sticks in here. That's kind of like cinnamon sticks. Maybe we'll have that teapot for display. Let's get some plants on there too. This snow globe is named Chili, I guess because it's chilly from the snow. Let's put it in. Why not? It's time to get this backyard actually going. We could do these lounge chairs. We can do like the sage green. I mean, we do have to have some flowers for the bees though. Some of these fellers. Okay, we definitely want a lot of flowers around the bee house. That's Stardew Valley leaking into my vocabulary, I think. I don't think I would have called it a bee house before I played that game. Maybe I'll use the terrain paint to put in a few tufts of grass. Just 2 lounge chairs for our 2 twins. Okay, I think this is looking nice. A very cinnamony house. And here's our backyard. They got some privacy here. I don't know how much sun they'll get with all these trees. So I'll see you in the house tour. So those are my 3 houses. I feel like they all have a pretty distinct character. The first 2 definitely went in different directions than I would have picked on my own, I think. Just because the exteriors looked a certain way and I wanted to lean into that, especially the color schemes. For Celery Salt, you know, I was a little bit directionless, I think, at first. But the colors really helped me pull it together with this bold look. Almost clownish, although I did not use any of the clown items. And I still need to find a build where I can actually fit those in. It's a smaller build. I really like the side yard, especially with the way that the trees are shading it and the pergola. Only thing I wish was different was that we had a gate. And it's my understanding that they don't exist right now in Paralives, but maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place. So if you know, drop it in the comments. Other than that, I think the house is really cute, bold colors. It's probably the closest to my own personal style. Although, I mean, without a budget, you know. Personally, I love it. I feel like it has a ton of character. I know it's not for everybody, you know, not everybody wants to live in a fun house, but I like it. It is a little bit ironic to me that this is the Celery house though, because if I was going to do a Celery house, it would probably end up looking a little bit more like the Chive house. And I just realized missed opportunity for Celery. I could have put in some columns with ridged edges, I don't remember what the term is. They would look kind of like a celery stalk. So if I had complete creative freedom, I don't know, maybe I would have chosen differently. And then next door, like I mentioned, we have the Chive house. Very elegant, very calm. I love the way this one turned out. I like the surrealness of it. I think earlier in the video, I might have left out the context that I was originally thinking this is like a creepy waiting room for like recruiting for some kind of battle royale or like the most dangerous game, some kind of situation where the rich are preying on the poor. I don't know why that was the impression that I got, but there it is. Then we took it in the music teacher direction. I'm picturing this lady kind of like the woman from the Aristocats who leaves her vast fortune to her 3 cats. Wait, no, 4 cats. I think that she has more of a kindly vibe, even if it is a little bit scary to wait for your music lesson there. I love the soft colors. I love the kind of various little fancy schmancy touches. Classics, antiquity kind of vibe. I did build that house before I was downloading any custom content, but if I do a build like that in the future, there are some statues out there, I believe. Big question, does it embody chives? And at first I thought it didn't, but now I kind of think it does, because you gotta look at not just the herb, not just the onion part, but also the flower. And if you look at the flower, I think that it fits in much better. That's probably what the Lenox designer was going for, but can't really be sure. And then moving on to the cinnamon house, I think this one is probably the closest to what I pictured when I thought about a cinnamon house. I definitely took it into like a darker, richer, warmer color scheme once we went inside. The outside is pretty bright orange, but I still think it works together like as a whole. I like the twin theme that we ended up going with, and I love all the coziness. This house probably is special to me because it's the first house that I've used any custom content in. Getting new custom content really is like going on a shopping spree. And obviously there's way more custom content for all of the Sims games than there is for Paralives right now, but I'm super impressed with how much there already is considering it's early access. I'm glad we introduced some blues and greens to balance out our very intense cinnamon color. I think that works out nicely. Landscaping on this one was a lot of fun. The backyard is a little bit sparser than the other yards that I've put in, but sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes people don't spend that much time in their yards. I think I definitely identify with both residents of the house. Obviously I have a gaming YouTube channel, so yeah, I can appreciate a gamer, but I also love plants. I love books. None of this is really out of the mainstream. So, one person can do it all. So maybe these twins are like 2 sides of my personality. I think when you create anything, you put a little bit of yourself into it. And so for me in this house, I guess that was a love of cozy things and a love of plants and books and video games and not putting away my laundry. The shared bathroom is interesting in a house. I mean, I think normally houses that have bathrooms like that also have like a primary bedroom, maybe more rooms in general. I think it would be unusual for 2 bedrooms to always share a bathroom. But maybe these twins had their house built for them, or maybe they remodeled something. Whatever it is, I think it's going to work for them. There we have it, all of our 3 houses. I think these ones all had a lot of character. I mean, the Lenox jars already have a lot of character, and then the interiors, I feel like I let myself go a little bit wild with the interiors this week. I hope you liked it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.